Yo, man, this Rogue One movie totally stunk. It made only like $3 against a $12 trillion budget, and the reason why is because of two things. One, Brie Larson and her gross booties completely own Disney, and second reason is because of Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy, not everything you have to do has to involve a chick. I mean, think about it. When has Star Wars, the original series, or the prequels ever had some chick character? And now, her and her booties and her ducky breastises are now taking over Snow White movie, where now they're gonna have Snow White be played by yeah. Oh man, since when has Disney ever had a female princess character? That's so gross. What next? Live action Olaf movie is gonna have two female characters? Typical, typical female empowerment bogusness. I'm upset. Now, I need to
Come
do.
on, get out of here. Get out of here. No, now.
I want to mention how Kathleen Kennedy's gonna make Brie Larson play Martin Luther King.
Here. Oh, sorry about that, folks. I don't know how he got into our studio in the house. Wow. Anyway, so we just got done watching Rogue One, and you don't really find out that the name of the movie Rogue One is the name of the ship until they're trying to get into the Resistance. So it starts
Why are you
out.
starting this review without me?
I don't know. So it starts out where a scientist, his wife, and their daughter, which I thought was a boy, their daughter were safely on a planet, and he was a farmer. Everything was quiet and everything. So he had left the resistance and
Jupiter Ascending.
making a bomb and whatever because he was a scientist. And then all of a sudden they come.
Lots of movies.
All of a sudden the resistance comes with a small army, maybe 10 guys
Terminator
and the
Salvation.
guy, and they want to take him alive so he can finish the bomb.
Agent Cody Banks.
I don't know. So then they killed his wife, and the daughter, she was supposed to run to the safe
A snowman.
tunnel, and she comes back to watch her mom get shot. And then she
Batman Begins.
runs to the tunnel. And then when it's quieted down, then one guy from um, whatever comes down and tells her to stay there until daylight or whatever.
Jupiter Ascending.
So then she can come out. So I don't know how she gets actually to where she's gotten, but anyway.
If you couldn't tell from my quick comments, look, I'm not the largest Star Wars fan. Even the original trilogy, I only liked episode 6. Prequel trilogy, even 3 was at best okay
Well, this
for
was
me.
the prequel for all of it, right?
This is part of the sequel trilogy non-canon, I guess.
Because towards the end they do have a
Princess
special
Leia.
appearance. I wasn't going to tell you. You probably already knew it.
The CGI doesn't look horrible.
Yeah. Maybe she rest in peace.
Now, problem with this movie is that it felt like they were trying to force this Rogue One thing to be a new series of films, not just one film, not a standalone, but like, hey, you liked the main characters in the original trilogy. You eventually liked the main characters in the prequel trilogy. You liked episode 7. Well, here's 2 or 3 characters, so of course you're gonna love them, and it's like, maybe not so much. Later on, they did a movie called Solo, which was a Han Solo prequel movie, and in this, I think it would have been maybe a little cooler, in my opinion,
Hmm.
if they had made this instead of being as it is, which to me is just like a bunch of explosions in space. I'm sorry. You if you dared me to tell you the plot, I was like,
The resistance had a bomb, and then they blew up,
there's Darth Vader and the
incinerated a city.
there's Darth Vader and maybe the Emperor, and there's a British chick who kind of looks like Zoe Deschanel.
The
Yeah.
Genesee or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guy, okay, then there was this blind guy.
Blind Asian guy.
Yeah, he was cool. And then this Tin Man, he was pretty cool too.
He
It
basically
was all stats. We have a 33% chance of getting off of this planet.
basically if
Whatever,
you
it was like,
basically if you casted cheap AI to make C3PO. It's pretty much what he looks like. He looks
but
like just a.
he was tall, thin.
Are you unaware who C3PO is?
Isn't he the shiny guy?
Yeah, the gold robot.
Yeah, he's not as tall as this guy was.
I thought he was.
And he had more character than and filled out than this guy was. But anyway,
To me, he was like
he
a
was just
knockoff
like one of
C3PO.
yeah, he was like one of the resistance. So he played along a couple times, fooled some
But
people.
yeah, in this movie, all I could really gather was how much this reminded me of like Terminator Salvation
Ah,
with robot battles. It reminded me of Jupiter Ascending, which is not a good thing. What else did it remind me of? Oh, it reminded me of Battlefield Earth because Forrest Whitaker again has tubes in his nose. Forrest Whitaker, you need to stop doing space movies where you have
to use oxygen.
where you have tubes in your nose. It's not working anymore.
Yeah, kids they usually put tubes in their ears when they're younger so they don't get ear infections. But you know, something ear, whatever.
Um, when the Emperor came on, it all I kept thinking was like, "This is CNN."
No, that was Lord Vader.
I thought I said Darth Vader.
No, you said the Emperor.
Sorry, when Darth Vader comes on. I've used some Emperor from the prequel trilogy where he's like, "Ah!"
Yeah. So
and
did
it's
the army
weird
guys.
because this is supposed to be a prequel, and yet if that's the Emperor, he looks much older than he did in the prequel trilogy.
Okay.
Um,
Well, he didn't put a movie out every year, did he? So people do age.
2 or 3 years.
People do age. You know, we all age.
This is supposed to be set before it, and I don't think that's the guy who played the Emperor in prequels.
Okay.
But yeah, I think this movie would have been maybe a little bit stronger if Han Solo was a Han Solo prequel, if this was a Princess Leia prequel or origin story, because because it would have had a character that we followed would have been that would have been important to the Star Wars history, as opposed to this, where it's just kind of like this this British chick, this blind guy, and this other guy, and this robot.
But the blind guy was kind of reminding me because he kept saying, "The force is with me. The force is with me," and he kept killing all these soldiers. It was almost like a prequel to
Curse of the Cannibal Confederates.
no. Oh, what's his name?
That Mad TV character.
No, the mentor of Luke.
Yoda.
Well, Yoda, he had that sense of knowing what was happening, even though he didn't see it, he was sensing it. Just like when they landed in the Resistance and they were trying to get her father and get the plans, he told Jenna or whatever her name was, Genesee, whatever.
Yeah.
that the other guy was there to
Were you guys
kill-
unaware that that Terminator Genesis didn't do well? Why do you want to draw comparisons to that?
I don't know.
Well, this isn't such a terrible sequel. Well, I guess this is better than Terminator Genesis. It's no Lady Terminator, but nothing can be.
And I think everybody got killed that was on the ground except for those two. Because they blew up Rogue One, remember?
Hmm.
And then everybody, the last guy standing was like, the force is with me, the force is with me, the force is with me. And he's shooting people. So,
This is
but
directed by Gareth Edwards, who directed the 2014 Godzilla movie.
and Darth Vader in that
In
hallway.
that movie,
Go ahead.
in that movie, um, it was kind of like copying. It was kind of like being similar to Jaws, where he hid Godzilla a lot and didn't show much of Godzilla, even though, according to I think Shinobi, that was canon with the other Godzilla movies, where he doesn't appear as much. I think he must have listened to some criticisms, I feel, because I feel like he went in the opposite direction with this, where instead of being influenced by like Jaws, I feel like he was influenced more by like Transformers sequels. Sorry, Shinobi. Where it's more where there's like so many explosions and action scenes where it's like, yeah, that's great, but I don't really the characters I didn't extremely care about. Maybe it's just me.
Well, I liked the metal guy with all the stats.
Okay, the
And
human
the
characters I'm
pilot,
talking.
pilot, and I liked that girl.
I like that girl, but can you name two things about her besides her being British and her kicking some butt?
She was a little, what I thought a little boy, and it turned out to be a little girl. And she had guts to go in front of the council to get people to, fight.
I think the
And they turned
problem.
her down, and she didn't stop.
This movie, I think it kind of gave me the same issues I had with like Mulan, where the character is so strong and so powerful that that's how she is from the beginning. There's no like build up.
Excuse me.
There's not a whole lot of character development with her, in my opinion. That it's like, okay, so she's just a powerful chick. They make her so powerful they don't really I didn't feel a personality.
She was
It was also kind
strong.
of, yeah, I know, but you could show her weak at the beginning and then get stronger.
Well, she kind of was because she was a prisoner, and they
Yeah, but
they
then
made
in
her
a second
escape.
she's like kicking people's butts.
She they
It was like
grabbed her.
it was
She
like the
escaped.
it was like the ending part of The Lost City.
Anyway, I didn't think it was that bad.
I don't think it was horrible. Oh, do you want this on 4K?
No, no.
Okay.
We don't
Oh,
have any of the other ones, so why do this one?
I do want to get episode 6 though.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow. Should see if Nancy has it.
Who?
Nanny Goat.
Anyway,
Oh, but you said 4K. Nobody probably has 4K. It's probably a lot of money.
perhaps like 30 or 40 bucks. Blu-ray or something. Probably like 25 or something. Anyway,
Okay.
we forgot to mention this is the beginning of Space Month. Join us next time when we'll take a look at a kids' space movie.
We're going to Mars? Or we're on the Magic School Bus?
Mars Needs Moms?
Magic School Bus.
I said a movie.
Yeah. Didn't they do a movie with the Magic School Bus for kids?
If it's anything like the Magic School Bus rides again, I hope not.
Okay. Whatever. We'll see ya.
So anyway, Space Month.
Okay. Bye now.